Yo, 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 yo. It's your man Shawn.P with my home and main man.
Ripper Parle, baby.
That's what I'm talking about. A parlay ripper, you know what I mean? I like to get that little mix up because that's my homeboy. Like to give a little shake up before, make sure he woke and stuff like that before we on this podcast coming from the attic. Let's get it.
You know it.
Yeah, and today on this episode, what we gonna get into, a little simple, something a little different, which I ain't used to. Um, we're gonna talk about our professions and what we actually, what we do. Not specifically what we do so far as everyday routine, because you already know we everyday people. But we're gonna give a little expertise on our opinions on type of dishes, and like dishes, not like as in dishes you gotta wash, as in food cuisine dishes that you can prepare in certain situations.
You know what I'm talking about?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People come by the crib. You know what I mean? Or you organize a cookout. What's your good thing? What's the good thing that you can perfect that people go to? You know what I mean? Type thing.
Man, sometimes you got that spare of the moment type deal. But, I'm in a new phase right now. So, I'm I would do a meal for the surprise of it. Because, sometimes the fellas, we can put that A1 cooking game down. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, for sure. And the next topic we're gonna get to, we're gonna sit back and talk about what is a good setting for you and your family, your woman, kids, whatever. What's a good outing? What's a good bonding experience? What's a good setting for that? You know what I mean? That's what we're gonna get into. And just a tad bit of sports, because my Michigan Wolverines. Their spring game was Saturday for 20. What you do for a 20, Rip Dog?
Man,
I ain't see you for a 20, so what you do, Rip?
Man.
No, I did see you for
Yeah,
a 20.
yeah,
I'm
you
tripping.
did. Yeah, we was
I
doing
our
our
days.
this thing, man. Look, 420 was all right, man. I was at the gig doing my thing. I was cooking my thing.
Be an everyday individual, man. You see what we got to go through every day.
But when I hit that clock and put that pedal to the metal, that 25 lighters on my dresser, yes sir.
That's what's up, my dog. I actually had a weekend off. Um, you just don't get those a whole lot, especially being a dietary manager by profession. And like I said, we're gonna get into just the cooking thing. We just call that whole segment the cooking thing with us. You know what I mean? Rip Dog, he got a lot of experience outside of what I'm used to. He got a lot of cooking experience. I have a lot of cooking experience, but Rip Dog, he got a different background, and we'll get to that once we talk about it. I don't
What
want
you
to get
talking
too
about
much right now.
the
No. Don't say it right now. We're on the intro. Remember, we're on the intro, Rip Dog.
Yeah,
we're on the
okay,
intro. Save a little
okay.
sauce, just a little bit.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You can get to that. I got you. Trust me.
Okay.
But every episode we do, I usually drop a little sauce when it comes to the music I've made or am making now. And guess what? I'm dropping a song. Me and Rip Dog on it today. Rip Dog did his thing. What you think, Rip Dog?
Hey, I like it. I like it, man. Hey, check it out though. It's a mild surprise for those who don't know. It's a different side to me. Everybody know, I'm cool, especially there at the yard, back home in the Jizzat, but I like to send a shout, I like to send a shout out to my homeboys, Rat Pack Gangsters. Hey, man, it's a surprise, but y'all been trying to get this thing for years. Y'all been trying to get me on this thing, but we gonna collaborate.
Oh yeah, for sure. That music is always built upon connections and just collaborations and things like that. So, with that being said, the song was called "On the Corner." Rip Dog, he did his thing on the chorus. He in the chorus. I'm on the two verses, and of course the neutral chorus, intro and all that. And Rip Dog did his thing, man. And this song actually came from a cipher, man. We was actually just playing around in between episodes, and just kicking it. And
Man, we was
Put up a
vibing. It
collaboration
was
with us.
live in the attic.
Yeah, it was live in the attic.
We
It
had
was
the
real
flowers
live in the
going.
attic.
We
Yeah,
had
it
the
was. Yeah.
flowers going.
For sure, it was real life in the attic, and Rob came on to be my bad. You know, Rip Dog came on to sit back and his turn to jump on the cipher, and he said a few words that they kind of caught my mind and my eye when it came to the beat we was rapping on, which is the same beat that we made that song on. So it just went from there.
Man, check out. Hey, I told y'all these cats, boy, they got some music.
Oh yeah, I just begun. You know what I mean? But
Man.
you ain't gonna beat me to the finish line. You know, time out. I'm gonna sit back and have new content by the time, you know what I mean, I put out all my old stuff. But this one particularly is from the corner. I literally just got the engineering this. You know, I hope everybody enjoy it. If you want to hear the full song, you can get it on All Skull Productions. Make sure you put a space between the All and the Skull Productions. Or put a space between All and Skull and then Productions. I'm sorry. And thank everybody for liking and subscribing. If you even took like 5, 10 minutes, 30 seconds, or anything to peep us out, I appreciate that. You know what I
Man,
mean?
shout out Columbus, man. Shout out Columbus,
Shout out to
man.
the CEO, man. My birth home place. But
Man,
you know,
shout out
I love y'all.
Columbus.
Always love y'all. They just don't love me in November. You know what I mean? Everybody know what it is. But you know, y'all got it from the attic. Let's get it. Rip Parle.
Let's get it.
Let's go.
Sitting back on this motherfucking corner, posted, rolling on this marijuana, straight laid back, watching my kids from the corner. You couldn't fuck up my vibe if you wanna.
It's a hot summer day on the block. Yeah, I'm posted, rolling on this marijuana. Got me toasted, but I'm focused, fuck the bogus. On the negative vibes, you can hold it, put a drink in your hand. Hit the blunt, make a toast. Watch the old heads talking their shit, doing the most. And the dope boys making they swerves and they get ghosts. Got the OGs preaching to kids what they should know. Why the dope fiends baking for change so they can smoke. It's just an average day. Where I'm from and where I lay, putting food on my table, trying to see another day. It's just a different set of rules in the hood, you must obey. Gotta thrive to survive, to make your money replicate. These niggas beefing in the streets, that's why I stay up out the way. 12 stay in the hood, trying to crack a brother's face. Oh yeah, I seen it all, my younger days in the jail. That's why I'm sitting on this corner trying to make another play.
Sitting back on this motherfucking corner, posted, rolling on this marijuana, straight laid back, watching my kids from the corner. You couldn't fuck up my vibe if you wanna. Sitting back on this motherfucking corner, posted, rolling on this marijuana, straight laid back, watching my kids from the corner.
We back from that little intro break. That little track was called From the Corner with me and my homie, my main man, Rip Parle.
You know it, man. It was a nice little thing, man, we had when we did that, man. But
yeah, it started off with some real good sauce, man. Some natural sauce, man. Can't beat that natural resource. You know what I'm talking about?
let us know how y'all like it, man.
No, but as I promised, excuse me, we just got off work not too long ago. We over here just trying to get the kinks up out of us.
Oh yeah, we gonna get them kinks up out of us too.
For sure, we got to. You know what I mean? We having some Coors Lights. You know what I mean? Indulging in some adult beverages. Had a pretty good day today. How was your day? I'm gonna say that first, Rip Dog.
Well, man, it started out okay. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I had a little mechanical issue with the whip. You know what I'm saying? Hondo went down for a minute, but you know.
Yeah, I get it, my nigga.
It's going pretty fair. You know what I'm saying? More than what I expected a little bit, but you know, you got some curve balls in the road, and that's what I got toward the end of the day. But it's all right. I'm making the best of it.
Hey, you know, that's the best thing to say positive about it, man. You know I got your back no matter what, you know what I mean? So, like I said before we took that break, we're gonna get into some cooking, some male cooking. You know, ladies love it. You know, ladies love when a male can cook, and we can get down in the kitchen, move our way around the kitchen very well. Sometimes a lot better, most time a lot better than a lot of women. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, but you know, that's a tit for tat. You know, I don't know.
I
but,
ain't,
you
no,
know,
no.
You know,
I'm
you
not
starting
to,
something.
nah,
You know,
I
I
ain't trying to
started
do
something last part.
I know. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did have y'all ladies back. I still got y'all's back, but
Always.
the generations got a little condensed over the years. You know what I mean, from what I'm used to.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
but for a man to do that for a woman, it's a big thing. It's a surprise to her because
Facts.
sometimes, she can take a break, but this doesn't mean you women forget,
Don't
what you
get
supposed
too
to do.
comfortable. That's what he's saying. We don't get
You
too
know.
comfortable. But however, we're gonna get into that in a hot second. We'll start off that first. But right after that, we're gonna get to the little family vacation thing, with good attractions and something that's like suitable for you and your family. Like what type of things you guys and gals like to get into um, for a family vacation, the setting and everything else like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you on that. But sometimes you got to let your hair down and you got to leave the kiddies back at the crib, and you got to do something for your significant other.
No,
know
I'm
what I'm
talking.
saying?
You gotta bring the kids with you, man, because I'm
Oh,
actually about to go to Tampa.
you talking about the family, family.
Yeah. I'm about to go to Tampa and bringing my kids. So you know how that is and everything else like that.
Well,
So
you get to the right spot, you can unwind. Tampa is a nice spot, my dog. You know what I'm saying? I stayed there for about 7 years. I stayed in Florida, the state of Florida, for a total of 12 years. But Tampa, that's my second home, man. Well, yeah, Ohio's my third home. I'm getting adjusted to this weather. But
I love Tampa, man. Like when
Tampa,
when me and you went, man, it was a blessing, man. And I had a great time.
I'm
Every
glad.
time I go to Tampa, they bless me.
I'm glad. I'm glad I can go with you the last time, man.
Man,
And show
you knew
you
your
a
way
little bit
around there like the back of your hand, man. So it was just
Man,
like coming
that's
back
the
home to
crib.
you. It was just like coming back home to you. But
Man.
okay, we're gonna get to this cooking thing.
Yeah,
right?
let's do it.
So tell me your go-to dish. I'm gonna tell you mine as well. But what's your go-to dish? Simple. Just start off with a simple term so far as short term. Just say fellas that came over, short notice. You know what I mean? You might not have been prepared for it. But you may have had on top of your mind that you may have want to throw on the grill, but you weren't sure. What's something simple you can cook
On the
real quick?
grill?
On the grill, on a stove, anything. I'm sorry. That was just a little bit of a scenario.
Well, you know what? If I'm gonna really do it like that, spare the moment, it's kind of hard. You know what I'm saying? But I
It
can.
ain't gotta be hot. It ain't gotta be hot.
Oh yeah,
Something simple.
something simple.
Cause I'm gonna tell you mine right after that.
Man.
Something like that happens, somebody pop over.
Uh-huh.
You just happen to game on, like the game coming off, get it. You know what I mean? I'm hungry. You know what I mean? Fellas there. Your pantry packed, refrigerator packed with some food. You can be lenient like that. You know what I mean?
Man, I probably would make some rotel, man.
Ooh. Oh
You know
my
what I'm
God.
saying?
Please tell me you put the cilantro in that bad boy.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna make some rotel, bro, and lay it out. But honestly, man, it would be hard to say because everybody come up with spare the moment. That rotel is a good backup if everything is thawed out. You know what I'm saying? But shit, they gonna have to get that wood booty, goddamn it. They coming over like that. They gonna have to get that wood booty. So I'm gonna make them some cold cut subs, man.
Hey, you took it right out of my mind, bro. You took it right out of my mind because that was gonna be mine. I'm telling you, hey. Usually when I go to the grocery store, I got kids and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to limit them from using too much of the stove. And we got an air fryer as well, so they can use the air fryer. But most of the time, that's the most thing they're gonna use based upon what I shop on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that'll be something that I always keep stock on is lunch meat.
That wood booty.
Yeah, I would definitely I'll cut some cold cuts in half on some regular wheat bread. I cut it catty corner to make it look cute. Don't let me have no toothpicks.
What?
You know what I mean? I throw some toothpicks in it. You know what I mean?
Man,
get your own mayonnaise and mustard.
With a club sandwich, goddamn it, a Monte Cristo.
And then you have the kids. You gotta have the variety pack of chips. You know what I mean? The box.
Variety.
The variety pack.
Nah,
the box.
No,
because I got kids. That's what
I
I'm
understand,
saying.
but sometimes the money might not be right. You might have to get that 5 for 10. You know what I'm saying? That Kroger. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, what's the brand? Kroger brand. It's
Yeah,
straight Kroger brand. It's
they
it's
be
straight Kroger
busting
brand.
too.
I was
Dumping
thinking
in the
about
bowl.
the Big K. My bad. I was thinking about the beverage. My
Hey,
bad.
hey,
The Big K.
hey.
You never go wrong with the Big K.
Nah, you
know
never
what I mean?
go wrong with that or
But yeah,
Fago. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
exactly what I would do.
So,
Okay, so we got that down. You got something simple, just like me, pretty much. You know, you gonna bust it down with the little hors d'oeuvre type thing. You know what I mean?
We'll booty all day, bologna sandwiches, goddamn it, whatever.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. You know, something like that. Now that's not typical. No? This is just hypothetically.
Yeah,
You know
I'm
how
gonna,
black
I'm
people
gonna hook
operate.
it up. I'm gonna hook it up. I might not put it on the square. The little, what is it? The deli slices. I might.
Oh
not
yeah, I'm gonna do it like that if it's last minute like that.
Oh, okay, I feel
if it's in a situation, because you know
You're
you're not
the
gonna get to
squares.
celebrate. You're not gonna get to celebrate if it's planned. You
Hey,
know
I
what
feel
I mean?
you'll get
know
the squares.
Yeah, you'll get some. I kind of catty corner for you though.
I
You know,
feel
you better see the meat and the cheese. You know what I mean? Don't let it sit too long. You see the cheese melt on its own.
You know what I'm talking
about?
about?
You know
I
what I
feel you. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Steady
so-
long, steady wrong.
Right. And I got you with the chips though, but you know I might have to go to the store and get the chips though, because if you don't like the variety pack of that Flaming Hot, so my kids like,
You
you might go eat a plain sandwich. You know,
Hey.
you need some water.
get it how you. Hey, my folks say if you hungry, you gonna eat.
Oh, I'm gonna eat, especially if I'm hungry. You
Okay.
know what I mean? But that's just one situation. It never typically happens, of course, typically. But you know, you want to be a good host or hostess. You know what I mean? So this is more getting into intrigue with the pots and pans and things like that. You know, I gave them a little sample. You know what I mean? That ain't nothing. Anybody could do that. So I would get into kind of like a little bit of what our job is. A little bit, just a little bit. Not really what our job is, but how deep it can go. I'm gonna do that first, and then I'm gonna get to a go-to dish that you love to make from scratch. You know what I mean? Like whatever. You know what I mean? And we're gonna give them a little surprise. Not a surprise, but what we talked about earlier, with your expertise, what makes it different from me and you, your experience. Because you know I've never worked in that type of atmosphere, so we'll go into that in chronological order. You know what I mean? So,
I feel you. We'll run it down.
So,
run
okay.
it down, Chief.
You know, we both work in healthcare. You know what I mean? So
Correct.
the kitchens typically for healthcare is high volume, high production. It ain't the highest production type of kitchen and things like that. It's just kind of the bare necessities that you may need. Some facilities and some places might have more high tech equipment and things like that. But however, it's all basically get the job done. You got your steamer, you got your ovens, you got your range and everything else like that. Um, that's just a little description of the healthcare environment. So learning how to use some things is another thing, but we both know how to use them well. And so that was just the job description part of it. I'm gonna go into like, what's your favorite dish to make at work? Okay, I'm gonna go at work first. So then I'm gonna do at home.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? What's your favorite type of dish to make at work? And I'll tell you mine.
At work.
Make so many. I know, man. I know it's a lot that you make at work.
I know,
do too.
man. It's because I've made a lot of stuff. I'm gonna say my seared pork loin. I like that. My seared pork
And
loin.
you made it at the job I'm at one time too.
Yeah.
That was one
You
thing
like
we
that?
was there together. It was good. It was good. You seared it. You seared the whole loin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I usually cut mine down seared. You know, try to cut the cooking time. You know, you cut stuff down.
But you see how I cooked the cooking time down though.
You did your thing that
You
whole
know.
day from breakfast all the way to lunch, bro. 'Cause your scrambled eggs, I don't know what you put in them eggs. I still like, hold on, you put this. When I going to cook breakfast, I'm like, man, he put some in them eggs. Cause you know what I mean? Them eggs was good. I don't know what it was.
Well, I'm gonna say my seared pork loin, man. I love doing pork loins and like shanks, seasoning them, man. At least trying to see them like when I was.
Bring that flavor out.
Yeah, when I was
searing is
the sous
important.
chef at the Marriott, man,
Mhm.
we had a steamboat. It's the whole thigh of a cow or a bull, depending on if you got Angus or beef. You know what I'm saying? But seasoning it up and having to sear it with a blowtorch. You know what I'm
Wow,
saying?
get that sear on it and then you put it in the finish.
Man, put it in
Oh,
the little the smoke. But it was like,
Did you use liquid smoke?
yeah, they did. But it was like a big ass fucking convection like smoke. This in the South. It's a whole room like a smoke room. You know what I'm saying?
God.
So
I have a fat front and back.
So we had any type of banquets that day. Oh man, we would put them motherfuckers in that oven. It's a big oven. You know what I'm saying? You can walk into it, and like I work for a conference center back home downtown.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that big. I'm not gonna say it's like gigantic, but it was big enough for you to push this motherfucker in and you could close them doors and set that time. So the next day I had to carve it. It was right off the bone.
Oh man, it was so tender.
But I learned a lot of stuff, man, from an army chef, but I had to pay him. I worked for him for a number of years, but when I first got to him, man, when I first got hired by him, he was like, I see the potential in you, young blood, but I'm gonna let you know, when you get paid, if you don't give me no, I'm gonna fire you because the shit that I'm gonna teach you, you'll be able to take it anywhere and you'll be able to get paid. I'm gonna show you how to work this knife. I'm gonna show you how to saute. I'm gonna show you how to do a lot of stuff that come along with this. Then I'm gonna teach you the 5 mother sauces and all this. Cause see, for us being who we are, a lot of people don't give us that hand up. We got to go to school to get it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's where all that money comes from. So I was blessed to learn a lot. But that pork and if we had it, I would have did. I think we did have it at OHP, didn't we? The fingerling potatoes.
Oh yeah, you talking about the little winders? The side winders?
Yeah, the different color ones.
Yeah.
I had seared a pork loin with some fingerling potatoes. I had I had steamed them first, and I had sauteed them with a garlic butter sauce. But I think what got it was when I had garnished it with my own little Italian season blend. But them eggs was my chef blend, the seasoning. But you know what I'm saying?
Good,
you taste. You know what I'm
I ain't
saying?
gonna lie, I was. That's the same day we was probably a little late coming in there, and I was a little hungover. You know what I mean? I needed something on my stomach, but I think it's good though. I memorized that. And I'm pretty good with my taste buds and things like that. So for me, my job and any other job, I'm not gonna just put where I currently work. I'm gonna put it all together so far as OHP. My favorite thing was the cook was to remember them turkeys in the foil.
Yeah.
The foil turkeys. They was boneless, of course. It was turkey breast. Those turkey breasts, man. I used to love to. I'm a grill guy. I love to grill.
They work grill.
Yeah, so I used to make a little brine and marinate it at the very least the day before. Let it sit and marinate. Remember that produce cooler we had up front next to the, how OHP was. Let it marinate in there. You know what I mean? Then after it come out that good old brine, I put some flavor in it. The flavor I put in the brine. Took it out, put a tad bit of Italian dressing on it, rub it down with seasoning, and then they used to give me a little money to go to Kroger or Oz. You remember Oz? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll go to Kroger and get some hickory chips and stuff like that. And I would smoke them bad boys from early in the morning all the way till it was time for lunch. Man, and I had Miss Tanya. She had her making some mac and cheese. She'll make from scratch. I was on the collard greens too, so I was like kind of do two different things. Man, it was. Man, them days at OHP, I missed them days. I ain't gonna lie, because their budget was a heck of a lot better than what the hell I'm going through now with this current company I'm working for. So, yeah, man, that's my favorite thing to cook, man. Like to get on the grill. It don't matter what meat. Chicken wings, that's my favorite in the world is chicken wings. Any type of chicken, any type of beef. It could be oxtails. It could be ribs, pork or beef ribs. Any type of meat, man. I love to do it. I love jerk chicken. Jerk chicken is my favorite. You know what I mean? And that's my favorite thing to do, man.
So let me ask you, if you was a single man, what dish would you prepare for that female that you trying to woo?
That.
What dish would you cook for that female that you trying to woo?
First and foremost, just hypothetically assuming that she likes everything that I will put together that I'm about to say. I would say, I told you I love chicken wings, man. So I would try to replicate, because a lot of females like hibachi or Chinese food type thing. You know what I mean? It's more women that love it than not. So for me, I would try to do it like a fried rice.
Oh,
You know
Chicken
what
Wayne
I mean?
Jones, goddamn
Fried
it.
rice, fried rice. You know, the soy and all that. Excuse
Yeah.
me. I'm sorry. Let me clear my throat.
Hood chop suey, motherfucker.
Then I do the salt and pepper chicken. You know, with the peppers and the green onions and all that stuff, little jalapenos in it, and onions, crispy chicken. I would try to replicate a Chinese food restaurant. I ain't gonna lie to you, definitely. And hey, I might not make the egg rolls from scratch, but I'ma buy them.
I feel you. Goddamn shit. I feel you, man. That's nice, man. That sounds good. Boy, I'm talking about that's some finger licking sticking.
Yeah, I just gotta make sure I get some sweet and sour. I don't like sweet and sour, but other people like it with their egg rolls, with their store bought egg rolls, but everything else be from scratch, baby.
Nah, get it in.
Now I can make it. I can look up a recipe. Don't get me wrong. Don't discredit that with saying, hold on, how you gonna make everything from scratch and not, do the egg rolls from scratch? That's
man, it's easy. All you need is a little pack of
wrap
egg.
it up and fry it.
That's all. Get you a pack of egg wraps, man.
Egg wash. I know how to make it. Don't get me wrong. It's just a lazy me.
Roll it just like you're rolling up blizzard, baby.
And you know what? And I might get confused. I might actually put what's in the egg roll inside my blunt and put what's in my blunt inside the egg roll. You know what I mean? I'm just kidding.
That's some shit there.
Yeah, what's your thing? You know what I mean? Because I was telling everybody earlier, and thanks for everybody that liked and subscribed and is listening to us right now. We appreciate you wholeheartedly and everything. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But however, where you worked at, going to the egg rolls and everything, and I know it ain't probably quite that extensive, but you worked around some different cultures.
Yeah,
if that's a simple way of putting it.
Yeah, I have. I worked around a lot of Asian people.
That's interesting. That's interesting as hell because.
And I also, I lived, man, when I was the assistant manager of a hibachi restaurant before I was groomed to be a kitchen manager. But, man, this guy, I went and applied for a job, but him and his owners were sitting down, and every guy that came in that was our complexion said that they could do the job, but they couldn't do it. So when I came in, he was like, man, I'm sorry, I got to put you on the spot. I want to see if you can do this right here.
Yeah, I'm tired of it.
So he took me in the kitchen. He like, put this, and this together. So I hooked it up. They went out there and ate it. And his other two business partners looked up at me. They looked up at me, and they smiled. And they looked at him. They were like, "Man, you better
That's
get
it.
him."
That's
you
it.
know what I'm saying? So he was like, "Man, I'm surprised that you are the first person that came." He was like, "Look, let me try you out again. You know how to work on a hibachi grill?" Yeah. So.
A simple flat top.
You know what I'm saying? So when I got on there, he was like, "Man, show me this, show me that, show me this." So he gave me 2 raw eggs, some rice, and everything that you see when you go to the table.
Putting it together.
Yeah. Man, I never see. Okay. He was like, "Look, I'm gonna give you opportunity. I want you to come to Alabama with me, and I want to groom you to run this restaurant right here. But I want you to work for me like no more than like 3 to 6 months." I wound up working with that cat for 2 years. I stayed in a $350,000 home with some more other chefs.
Good perks.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I had it. And some of the chefs I was staying with 2 chefs that was from Vietnam, Micronesia, Polynesia, Cambodia, but they were mostly master sushi chefs. You know what I'm saying? I knew a little bit of the takoyaki, but my thing was hibachi and wok. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of dim sum. You know what I'm saying? But on the dim sum side, that's nothing but building the protein and food like that, especially when you're in a large restaurant like PF Chains and things like that.
See, that's a whole other story, my brother.
But I've worked in a lot of places, man.
That's what's up. Yeah, that's a rare experience, and that's what once I met you, you told me you worked there, and then we got a connection with Angel. You know what I mean?
Everything that resume said, man, it worked out, but it was just, a lot of people that wasn't, I guess, for a person or pro black, may I say, because you kind of run into some of those here,
Oh,
but
you get a lot of that.
you know,
She
he
did your
wasn't.
thing though, man.
Yeah.
Actually, how long did you work there?
Man, I worked for him, man, like 6 years. I was back and forth between Mobile, Alabama, and Jackson.
That's what's up, man. Get that experience under your belt, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, for sure.
I worked for a Chop Chef too, man. I worked for Lena Lynn. Shout out to her, man. She was on Chop Chef. She lost to one of Cameron Mitchell's chefs.
Oh wow!
You know what I'm saying?
Anytime you make it on that show, you on another level. I feel like I got the potential to do that myself because honestly, man, I got a lot of management experience since I was like 19 years old. I was like the youngest manager at McDonald's at 19 years old on the management team, and after that, I haven't worked in the main kitchen from 19 until I was like 22, 23 years old, man.
Really?
Yeah, and that's when I first got my experience working at Capital University. Been around some real good chefs, man. Like, real talk. They took the time out during orientation to actually give you a tutorial and give you, let you go through a tutorial to show you how to use a knife. That's the first thing, honestly.
Well,
The
my
most
shit,
important.
my shit been like fine dining, hotels, and then the hibachi. But
Yeah, that's high standards.
you know,
That's high standards.
I'm not putting nobody down. I just didn't. I haven't worked for fast food. That's one thing that I want to do. I always wanted to work for McDonald's, dog, ever since I was a little kid.
I started off as a regular crew member,
You
man, and after high school, I ain't had too much to do after high school, and I got right into that. And then I was a great worker. I used to pick up a lot of shifts, and the store manager recognized that and made me a manager, which was cool. And I owe McDonald's a whole lot, man. I wouldn't be where I'm at right now for them if it wasn't for them giving me that certification. Because a lot of people look down on McDonald's jobs. Don't look down on it because a lot of times they have their own university, man.
Man, it's
They have
still
it
hard
called
job.
Hamburger University, man. It's no BS, man. That's a real university, man. And a lot of these McDonald's store owners and operators, things like that, they make money. So you look down on your neighborhood McDonald's workers,
They getting paid.
Exactly, they get paid a little bit, but at the end of the day, people got to make a living.
Yeah.
So we never should look down on any of that. But
Man,
to make a long story short, yeah, I started there when I was 18 years old, man. By the time I was 19, I became a manager. They got me certified in ServSafe. That was my first ever ServSafe 1 and 2 level. You know what I mean? Completed both those levels and stuff like that. That's what set me up to the position I am in now. It was like kind of a drought after that. After I got out of McDonald's, I worked at a hotel doing housekeeping. Probably one of the worst jobs I ever had in my fucking life. No bullshit. And after that, that's when I came into Capital. Shout out to my Uncle Mill, man. He told me and my brother about this job at Capital. He had a woman that was working there, and they said they was hiring, and he plugged me in on that, plugged Jeff in on that. Um, that's the place I actually met my oldest daughter's mom at. A lot of things happened. I got my experience with chefs, top-notch chefs. You know what I mean? I had a sous chef, an executive chef, a banquet chef, and they took the time and showed me a lot of things, and they made everything from scratch. That was a scratch kitchen. And they taught me what I know now. I knew a lot going in, but that's at home, with recipes with your mom and all that stuff like that. They taught me a lot outside of that, how to cook for a certain amount of crowd. I mean, we had a brick oven. We ain't put pizzas in the oven. We had a brick oven. Yeah. So yeah, it was the best job I had so far as fun wise. But only thing about it is being at a university, you get laid off. And, that's not getting laid off. It's a no-go when it comes to the bills coming around. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Especially during the summer. Yeah, I feel you on that. I feel you. Me, I love working in the hotel field, man. I got a chance to travel and train different people.
Right.
And then working for the Asian I guess you can say the Asian restaurant corporation with working for my Asian boss, man. Man, it was good. I met a lot of people. He showed me love. He taught me a lot of stuff too. He taught me a lot about how much food that we Americans waste.
Waste, and you can actually make more
You know,
and portion it better.
and he really taught me. Besides this army chef, he really taught me how to use a knife and cut it to a certain inch. And you seen
Yep.
that,
Yep.
and he taught me the different knives and the different uses for the knife.
How to
But
sharpen a knife and all that.
yeah, the only thing that I really hadn't just this is the only thing that I hadn't. No, it's two things that I haven't gotten down that I really want to get down that will probably just complete everything for me. That's learning how to cut, debone, and fillet fish to make sushi. You know what I'm saying?
You know that's very like delicate. It's real delicate because if you don't know how to fillet a fish the right way, you're wasting.
Yeah.
And that's money. You know,
And
fish,
yeah, that
shit
fish
high.
costs money. You know what I'm
Shit
saying?
high.
And then I want to learn how to roll the different sushis and things. You know what I'm saying? So, it would be nice to learn all of that. You know what I'm talking about? And
Right.
that's one thing that I want to do is learn how to roll sushi. You know what I'm saying? The next thing is to bake. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a good baker, but for otherwise sauteing, broiling, basting, all that, I got you down pat. But baking, man, my cakes come out like this.
I'm alright at baking. I'm not really big on baking. Honestly, like me personally, not really a big baker, but I'm very good with like sauteing, grilling, um, frying. Um, hell, I can even steam some shit. You know what I mean? So I'm good at side dishes. It's really no. I don't really have a range to my game. Sometimes I experiment with stuff that. Man, listen. If I tell you something real quick, don't judge me because I done did some shit probably like a month ago. I don't know what I do. I think I have grilled some food and have grilled some chicken, put it in batter, and then fried it the rest.
I can feel that.
And I didn't really taste shit in the grill. I ain't gonna lie. I was thinking of trying to get a grilled and fried taste at the same time, but it just ain't work that way. I fried the whole grill taste out of it.
You did.
Yeah, I mean that's what I felt like. Unless I need to critique that type of method more. You know what I mean?
Well, we can work on that, bro. I think that when you doing stuff like that, you have to use tempura flour. You have to make a batter.
I did.
You know what I'm saying? To make it. You use tempura flour.
Yeah, I did it. I made a batter out of some cream. I mean, with some whole milk. I'm sorry, and I seasoned it up, did my thing. Let it sit in there for a minute. Had the flour, seasoned the flour up. Did everything I was supposed to do. You know what I mean? It's just I didn't really taste like
Well, see,
grilled and fried. I was just being. I won't say silly. I was just experimenting.
that was cool. But the difference between just regular flour and tempura flour, tempura.
No, I did all purpose. My bad.
Yeah, it's
I'm tripping.
it it would have gave you that light flake, but when you bite into that chicken, you would have tasted that grilled flavor.
Oh yeah, because it's a lighter coat.
Yeah,
I got you.
you know what I'm saying?
See what this man see? You see, little experience. I ain't know that.
You see, because
I
like
can burn with the best of them.
you would have to like if you grill it, say for instance you grill it all the way, um, to where it's done. You know what I'm saying? And you stick that drumstick, and you can test it. Stick that drumstick in just the batter and just drop it in there. It only takes like a minute or two,
Right.
and pull it out. You know what I'm saying? Let it sit and bite into
Taste that. It tastes that. Yeah. Get a good taste of how your batter is and everything else like that. I'm getting hungry right now just thinking of it. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I had a whole vigil when you said just put a whole drumstick. I'm looking over, see if you know what I mean. See if I got some good grilled delicates sitting next to us.
Man, I'm not a big fan of cauliflower, man, but
No,
some
like
battered cauliflower, man, like that is really good, especially if you season the batter, that tempura flour. If you season that, man, and you dropped it in, man, cauliflower and dropping in some grease, man, that it's really good, bro.
I'm definitely going to have to try that. I'm definitely going to have to try that. I'm sorry. I said I'm definitely going to have to try that. But, you know what I mean? I'm going to say one more thing about the food thing. My favorite thing to do, I already told you about the chicken wings, but my favorite style of chicken I like to make on the grill, because I can go on and on and on and on about chicken. I love jerk chicken, man.
I know
I
you
love
do.
jerk. But it don't like me, but I love it.
Hey,
You know
I
what I
feel
mean?
you.
So, I mean, one time I sit back and jerk some chicken one time, man. BS you not. See Ray, he'll be on the show here shortly once I get this other mic. But he'll tell you one time I wild out with the jerk. I jerked every goddamn thing, man. I had the mac and cheese jerked. I had the chicken jerked. I think I jerked some corn. I jerked corn and everything. I don't even eat corn, but I just put jerk on everything, bro. And the mac and cheese kind of didn't look right because with the jerk shit on it, it was like, but it was good though, man.
I know it would.
It just ain't look usual. It seems like it's a Halloween jerk or some shit like that.
Man, you ought to
Halloween mac and cheese.
When you do it again, you ought to try to do it like the curry.
Put the seasoning on it.
Yeah. Make it like curry sauce and make mac and cheese like that. I think that would be good.
Yeah, for sure. I don't get too extensive on that, but that's what it is about the food. Y'all feel free to like and comment, subscribe, everything, but please tune in and comment. You know what I mean? Of course, like and subscribe, please, but comment on this. You know, let me know what y'all like to eat and things like that. Now, I will go to the last little topic, even though I said I was going to get a little sports. I'm going to keep the sports brief. I'm going to do that at the end. But we're going to go to the settings, family settings and things like that, where you go sit back and bring your family, or if you don't have kids in your family, because, you know, a man and a woman, if it's just them two together, is considered a family as well. You know what I mean? What's a good family getaway? What's a good trip you could take with your shorty, man?
Well, man, you know, where you going is a nice spot. You know what I'm saying? Especially around, like, if you can find a nice, it's 3 spots. If you can find a nice Airbnb in Hyde Park where we stayed at in Tampa, that's kind of close to South Tampa, you know what I'm saying? Or you can find a nice Airbnb in Clearwater, but
that's gonna cost you.
Where you wanna be in Dunedin because you see the blue waters across the highway. It's just like the houses.
Is that the one with the long ass bridge?
No, that's going to St. Petersburg.
St. Pete's Bridge.
Yeah, but this run on the other. What is it? The Howard Franklin. I think the Howard Johnson runs to St. Petersburg. I'm not for sure. You know, we've been smoking, but the Howard Franklin will take you to Clearwater, I think. And once you go through Clearwater, it's just like driving from here to Westerville. You know, you be right in Dunedin.
That ain't too bad. Not too bad. It's
and
just
the highway
so
runs.
man.
It is the highway run across the water, man. You can see the fish swimming in the water, all that, man. But Dunedin is it's a nice community to chill in, man. If you want to go on a romantic vacation, because see, you can walk down the sidewalks, you can see the beach, you can see the water right there. They got spots where you can walk up and just look. If you see fish, you can fish or touch fish. But then you got the causeway and the beach where we were that's not far from where we were, because Dunedin and Clearwater is just like...
Just, you know, being an Ohio boy, man, you already from the South and everything like that, so you ain't as city as me. You know what I mean? I love the South, man. Like, all the way from, you know, shout out to Mississippi, the whole South and everything like that. Shout out to Florida. I love that whole atmosphere of Florida. I love the beach because that's something I never came from.
Man, Texas, Alabama, what's happening?
For sure. All y'all, because I'm going to come see y'all too. See how y'all live too. I love your food. I love everything about it from this proper talking man.
You know what I'm talking about? From the DFW all the way to Port Arthur, PA. You know what I'm talking about? Look here, man. I got a family. So, you know, man, the South, to me, it's pretty laid back. It's a little different. You seen that when we went to Florida. When we went to Tampa, it's a whole lot different.
Ah, man. I love it, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I love all the women down there.
It was hospitable there.
Man, it was hospitable. You gotta watch yourself for the baiters, for the people that's looking for tourists, I should say. You know what I mean? They try to bait them in because we had experience about that. You know what I mean? But that for me right there would be a good spot for you to sit back and if you got kids and you and your woman can bond and you can see the beach. They set up you got the natural setting around you to romance your woman down there. You know what I mean?
But I'm gonna tell you though, when you go down there, it can't be for 3-4 days. You got
Nah,
to,
man. Because every time I'm only going down there for like 4 days. You know what I mean? But that's not gonna be enough, man. Trust me. But most importantly for me, I want to let my kids see something different other than just Ohio. You know what I mean? Travel young, and they know they can do the same thing with their kids as they get old enough and things like that. So this time around, I can't wild out like I was planning to do when we was down there. Cause you know me, I was on one. I was on one. You was on one. We was having a good time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I would say that to say, try it. Go to Tampa. Go to somewhere with a beach with your kids and just enjoy it, man. Like we'll talk, and you won't regret it. Especially if you got a nice little sexy thing with them big old cheeks clapping out. You know what I mean? Hey, don't get insecure about it. Don't get insecure about you. Let your girl wear what she want to wear, but guess what? She go home with you. Because it's going to be like 1,012 other women walk around with them cheeks out too.
Oh,
I
yeah.
promise you.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
And it's up to you and your discretion what you do. But, I mean, for a single man, that's a nice place to meet someone and to live. You know what I'm saying?
If you and I would say that, thank you for reminding me on that, Rip Dog, because if you're a single man, and I look at the camera when I say that, I'll put my mouth to the side of this mic. If you're a single man in Florida and you can't get a woman, something wrong.
Something wrong.
I'm telling you.
Man.
It don't take much, you know what I mean? Especially being like a conscious men that we are, and you know, educated men. It don't take $1 for genuinity, and that's not even a word for genuineness.
Cause you got some fakes, some 52 fakers, baby.
Yeah, exactly.
You feel
you
me?
Know what I mean?
But that's a nice little spot, man. I'm talking about it's nice, man.
Beautiful.
Man, oh my God. Yeah. And a lot of people always talking about the rain, the hurricanes, and the tornadoes and all that.
Just
man.
go at the right time.
Man. And to me, since I was there, man, every time was the right time. Man, I was there for Hurricane Katrina. Look, man. It stopped raining at 12 o'clock. The latest that it ever rained was 3, and by 5 it was dried up. But you still had some parts of Tampa that people had to go to, like Get It and Go or 7-Eleven on a pontoon boat, cause you know you had it's the bowl effect in Tampa. That's the reason why sometimes the hurricanes, the tornadoes, they skip over Tampa. They get a lot of flooding, you know what I'm saying, but it's just in certain areas. But
it's nothing but islands down there. That's why you got them long ass bridges separate island to island.
What? I enjoyed it, man. Hey, Hurricane Katrina, boy, I'm talking about everybody bundled. All you smelled was goddamn it, black beans and peppers and shit.
That's the only thing they can do.
Man, arroz con pollo. Oh, man, I loved it.
Man.
My neighbors, man. Oh, man.
I can go on and on about the experience in Tampa.
Man, it's hospitable in Tampa.
It's beautiful. So if you got a family, you're looking for a family getaway or anything like that, definitely Tampa. Anywhere in Florida. I would say anywhere in Florida, honestly.
Well, no.
But Tampa's different, though. I would say Tampa's different from based on the things we said.
Certain parts of North Florida, no, because the kids won't have fun because it ain't really too much to do. But South Florida,
because but however, being a from Ohio guy like me, and all my kids being pretty much from Ohio and things like that, to get to Ohio and go somewhere like Florida is something I've never seen, or even. Honestly, these going through, if we was to drive going through Tennessee and stuff like that, seeing the Rocky Mountains, it's a sight to see, man, because being in the city is all you see. You know what I mean? And being an inner city kid, too, so you don't typically get the opportunity all the time. You know, to other more wealthier people, it's like, it's nothing. Wealthier kids is nothing to them. Oh, we went to the Grand Canyon and shit like that, you know what I mean?
Man, I love driving through the mountains on the way back to the crib.
Man, it's beautiful, man. You just get to popping.
Yeah.
You know, pop, lock, and drop it. You know what I mean?
Man, but that drive, though, is kind of exciting, though. You know what I'm saying?
You know, it's got a lot of curves and dips and whips.
So I love it. I be whipping that.
Man, listen, man. That's another conversation. I ain't with that. I ain't trying to be on a roller coaster in the car. Man.
Hey, I do 90 or better.
Doing all the dips and whips and all that.
Man, nah, I break it down 75, but we gonna get through it. I'm talking
Man, we're
about
gonna talk about that next time and the commute, because I tell you, when it gets to being in the mountains and all that stuff like that, I don't like that. I don't like it. Man. I don't mind anything else, but when it comes to whirling around, dipping like you on a roller coaster, bro, I don't like that. I can get through it. Don't get me wrong, I ain't no sissy, but I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean?
Love it, man. I love it. That's the best driving shit. That teach you how to handle them curves, man. You know, but man, I had a great time, man.
Hit the brake.
I do have a good time, man, when I drive. The only thing I hate about it is when I get home, I be so excited to see my people and my friends. And as soon as I eat up everything, drink up everything that I can consume, smoke up everything, boy, I'm talking about, as soon as I sit down, I'm out. 12 o'clock the next day, I done missed half the morning breakfast and all
to that shit again. Yeah. That's what's up.
Come outside, son, beat you down the face.
Damn, it is hot down here.
Ripper, what's happening, man?
This ain't Ohio no more.
Man, when you get here, man, shit, last night.
That's that cricket letter, you know what I mean?
Jacktown, Shady Oaks, baby.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to this last part because I know we've been on it for a little long.
Yeah, let's talk about these sports, man.
Yeah, man, I'm just gonna talk about my boys' spring game. I can get to the college basketball. I am gonna get to college basketball. Keep it real brief. The college basketball, I'm a little late, but I'm saying it right now because I ain't saying it on the late night. But your late night, we don't talk about sports on the late night too much unless we're actually watching it. You know what I mean? But what surprised me in the college basketball world was John Calipari switching from University of Kentucky to Arkansas, man. You know what I mean? And remember I told you a few podcasts ago, Rip Dog, he the one that said he wasn't a fan of the transfer portal because, it's hard to, he's one of them type old school coaches like to actually recruit his kids and try to keep them there.
To build them.
Yeah, to build them up and stuff. He's a developer, I should say. And then I wonder what the whole move went from Kentucky, which is a blue blood college and college basketball. It's one of the best, if not, arguably the best, I should say.
Money.
Yeah, I mean, it had to be money, and it's something behind the lines because you can't just leave a university like Kentucky and then go to Arkansas. Not saying nothing about Arkansas. That's a D1, and they're a major university too. They got their days in basketball as well, but that's not really talked. Arkansas basketball is not really talked about too much. But look at it. Hell, their football ain't even talked about too much.
If you can move to a city that Little Rock.
It has to be.
Man, it's jumping.
It is, but it has to be some kind of connection, which I ain't looking to too much. I was just surprised.
It's a nice city, man. I chilled in Little Rock too. You know what I'm saying? I've been there.
Shout out to Little Rock, Arkansas. Rip Dog, touchdown to Little Rock. God damn it, he ain't never.
I stayed in Little Rock 2 months, man. 3 months. Little Rock was all right, man.
Okay.
But Little Rock, man.
So ain't that where? That's where Malcolm X is from.
I think so.
He's from Arkansas, I believe. I think he is.
I think he's from Little Rock.
Now I have to look into that, but I know he's from the South.
Yeah, he is from the South.
Yeah, he went to Milwaukee for a while, but
I think he's from Little Rock or his parents from Little Rock. We're gonna have to because we've been smoking on that tree.
I know, but I can look it up after the show. We'll actually confirm it. Correct us if we're wrong. Please comment. Please, if you listen this far, comment, please. We need y'all to comment. We want to engage with it.
My experience at Little Rock when I was there, man, they have a lot of old model style homes, like big fucking homes.
Really?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And in some of the neighborhoods at its heyday, you know what I'm saying, you had some look like little mini governor's mansions and things like that, excuse me. But
man, that's probably plantation homes, man.
Man. What he probably got a nice ass.
Yeah, he had to get something, man. To go from a blue blood college like Kentucky, you can get pretty much any recruit in basketball. Kentucky's going to be in your top 5 schools at least. I mean, if you want to get exposure, if you're going to college to get exposure and to get to that next level, Kentucky is easily their top 3, one of your top 3, easily every year. I mean, it's been like that since I was before I was born.
And then if he's from Kentucky or whatever, he's not that far from Kentucky, but he is really in the middle of what is it? What they call this corn? What they call this? Corn country? What is it?
We're the heart of America.
Heart of America.
Yeah.
He's not that far. He's not that far. He's on one side. He has Louisiana and Texas.
I have to look more into his background because I know
You know what I'm saying?
He don't sound like he's from the South, but
he close, man. He close to the money. He bordered by 2-3 different states.
true.
Man.
But to leave a university like Kentucky to coach in the same conference, you have to play Kentucky at least once a year. A lot of times they play twice, sometimes. But you're gonna have at least play them once a year. Sometimes it like rotates to where you might not have to play them in maybe a year. But a lot of them college teams within conference, they play at least each other at least one time. So it's like you leave a university like that. I don't know if it's it could be like some behind the scenes issue. I don't know, but this is that was surprising.
I believe they
to me.
gave that dude a fat ass house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean,
probably
he gonna get
bigger
that
than
regardless. He one of the top coaches in America.
Man,
Have been
his
for a
shit
long
probably
time.
bigger than Urban Meyer.
So he could have chose wherever he wanted to go. I mean, that's what type of coach he is. He didn't have to be at Kentucky, honestly, because he was a high profile coach anyway.
And then you know what I'm saying, he's in a state where the income the pay rate is not that high. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So for his bank, he can stretch his money. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was a good power move.
It was just surprising.
Yeah,
but I ain't gonna get too much into that because, like I said, that was like 10 minutes ago when I said it was over. I'm gonna touch it to what I seen to my boys, my savior, Victor's Valiant, the 2024 national champion, Michigan Wolverines, the best university on earth. If you got a kid or anything like that, I don't care if you're from Ohio or anything like that, look up their academics, look up their football excellence, look up what we've been doing, busting the Buckeyes' ass for the last 3 years, winning 3 straight Big Ten titles. Please look into that. And you know what I mean? And the football program ain't going nowhere. Jim Harbaugh might have left, but we still loaded.
He pulling them pistols.
So, like I said, I'm going to keep this brief. You know what I mean? For all the Buckeyes out there, I love my state. I love the OHIO. I do love them, but I am not a fan of Ohio State athletics. That is against me, and I am against them. You know what I mean? And I love my state. But however, anybody that think that we have unloaded, because we about to have the most players drafted in this year's draft, which is coming up in a few days. You know what I mean? We're going to have projected to have 18 to 19 people drafted, which is a record. That beat Alabama out for how much they had. Well, my bad. It beat Georgia out for how much they had a couple years ago when they won their first national championship and they unloaded their roster. So, coming away from that spring game, I know in spring games it's nothing really too much to get excited about. They're not going to display their full... they're not going to go as hard as they would if it's, in game prep. That's just spring ball. But I was mostly impressed by what I seen, but the only thing for uncertainty for me is having a proven quarterback. We need to kind of have a proven quarterback. We got Alex Orji. He's a 6'2", 6'3", big boy. He a big quarterback, over 200 pounds. He got a cannon of an arm, but he doesn't have a lot of throwing experience, like film-wise, which could be a good and bad thing. Hopefully they can develop to where by the time the first game launches off, if he is the starter, because it is an open QB battle.
Wait a minute, man. What happened to the cat that was behind the dude that was quarterbacking for Ohio State last year?
I can't tell you nothing about them boys. You talking about that? He had he's playing for him. We're talking about behind Kyle McCord.
Yeah.
Well, Kyle McCord transferred Devin Brown, number 33, with the weird-ass number that he wearing as a quarterback, which, I can't be a hypocrite.
That's the brother, right? That's his name?
Nah, he's a Caucasian guy. He's more athletic.
I'm talking
he's
about
still
the
in
brother.
there.
The brother that was...
wasn't no brother behind.
It wasn't no black guy.
Nah, not behind Ohio State's.
I heard, man, dude.
Well, they have one that just came in as a freshman. His name is Aaron Nolan.
That's the one with the feet and the
Yeah, he got more arm than feet, but he can run better than I mean, he probably don't give him as much credit for his feet as he do with his arm, but
Okay.
his name was Aaron Nolan for a reason because he can throw, I guess, and whatever, you know what I mean, but that's the only quarterback of color that they have right now that I know of. Well, and they have transfer quarterback from Alabama, Mr. His last name is Sane I forgot his first name, but his last name is Sane. He played for Alabama. Of course, when Nick Saban left Alabama, retired, all their talent just kind of left. The same center that we blew the hell up in the Rose Bowl game, Michigan did, who blew his ass up the whole game. He transferred to Ohio State, and I don't know why the hell he did that, because we're going to finish blowing his ass up if he's just starting center. So, but, however, my overall takeaway from that spring game is that defense is going to be solid. Defense is going to be solid. We're going to be a problem on defense, and it's going to give us time for our offense to get better. We got Donovan Edwards. Ohio State fans know exactly who the hell he is. They know who the Don is. They seen him bust a 75 or 85-yard run in their house. So they know who he is. He's back. He added some weight.
He was kicking rocks.
Oh, man, he was killing their ass. And it's only off 2 carries pretty much of the game. You know what I mean? And that's, that was a couple years ago before, Blake was hurt. Just think if Blake was in that game with that. But that's another story. The receivers, I should say, we're inexperienced at that position. We got some players that towards the end of last season that did step up. It's looking pretty good. Only thing I'm really concerned about is really the quarterback position, mostly. You got to prove yourself because we got a tough schedule this year, a very tough schedule, because you got teams like USC. We play Texas this year. I think we play Oregon too. Them USC, Oregon, UCLA, they all just joined the Big Ten. You know what I mean? So it's going to be fun to see how it go. But the great thing about college football this year, it's the first year of the 12-team playoff. You don't have to panic from losing one game. You can lose like 2 to 3 games depending on your strength of schedule and still make the top 12. If you make the top 12, you're in the playoffs this year. So that makes it a lot more interesting because I'm interested to see like what seed in the first year actually win. Seed 1 through 12 actually win the national championship because a lot of people, because you're the 1 seed doesn't mean you're gonna win it all. So the whole format, I love it. And things like that. So
I think it might be a lot of upsets, you know what I'm saying, this year, just like them cats getting them upsets on that damn NBA game where they got to play to get in, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, that play in, a lot of people, that's controversial. A lot of people don't like that, you know what I mean? Some people don't, they say it's pointless, it's stupid, whatever, it just increased chances for injury, or whatever, you know what I mean? I don't care, honestly, it makes it more interesting to me, the playing game, but the college football playoff, it's going to be dope. I'm anxious to see how it is this first year. But overall, in that spring game thing, the Mays team won 17-7, and it was a good little game. It's spring. Can't put too much into it, but overall, my boys going – now, I don't think they miss a beat, man. They out there having fun. They balling out. And we got some key returners coming back, so, And they see them national championship rings they gave them boys. It's nasty, boy. They gave them like 4 rings, man. So, however, that's my insight on that. And that's the last thing we got to talk about tonight, y'all. You know what I mean? We over here kicking it in the attic. We just gave y'all the insight on the food, the family vacations, and now a little bit of sports, just a tad bit. Anything else you got to say, Rip Parle?
Not yet, but you know what we're going to do, though?
What's that?
You ready to do it?
We can do it.
We gonna hold it in the road, Jack.
We gonna hold it in the road, Jack. Let's get it. Coming from your man Shawn.P
and Ripper Parle.
Let's get it from the attic. Let's go. See each other again. Memories, never forget. So much on my mind, I'm grieving. Snatched a part of my heart and left me bleeding. Cookouts you would stomp so hard, had lights blinking. High Life was the type of beer that you would drink in. Reminiscing on the days you helped lay the cement. That's around the time my dad worked for Siemens. And Uncle Larry, yeah, we miss you too. Spending nights over your house and stay dropping jewels. I always listen, you and Grandpa I'm always missing. Another memory, my dad's job going fishing. More time with you both, I'm always wishing. Everlasting memories, I worship y'all existence.
Till the next time we see each other again.